Mom FM. We'll bring in our sister station here in just a matter of moments and talk with a couple individuals live here in the studio. Looking forward to an event this weekend. Let's do that right now. Hot Country Hits 99.9, home of your new country and your all-time favorites, and 102.7 Mom FM. In the studio with us this morning, Pastor Dave is with us, and as well, his partner in crime. Not in crime with that thing, but Glenn is here as well. First of all, Pastor Dave, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And Glenn, you gave us a call and said, hey, we got to talk about this event. And we've done it. We've had you on the air in the past. But how many years has this been for pumpkins in the parking lot there at St. John's Lutheran Church? Do we know that at all at this point or not?
More than 10.
Okay, so it's a long time. It is a heritage event here in the area. Pastor Dave, we're going to be chatting with both of you over the next couple of minutes. But let's just kind of throw that first question out, which is why do you do this? What is the event in general, the purpose for, if you don't mind?
Well, we're just really there to welcome the public to, the kids. They're the ones that are really excited for the trick or treat, and it's kind of fun because in the past years we used to kind of have it as a standalone event, but then last year, and I think the year before, we had it in connection with the downtown trick or treat, and it was just so easy for everybody to just come over there. Just go right behind the library, and you can just come trick or treat. So we just want to, be a part of that, be a part of the fun that's going on, and just make it a great time for the kids.
Absolutely. And a little bit of fellowship there, here and there too. Or is it just, hey, you know what, store up on candy, get some candy and hang out, right?
Glenn could maybe tell us a little bit about the the activities or how they kind of go through the parking lot.
All right, let's chat about that.
Yeah, well, part of it is what you said, is getting some candy. And we'll have a lot of people lined up at stations to pass out and share candy with people. Main thing we want to do is just have fun. We want kids to have fun. We want to have fun. Yeah. And we're looking forward to it. There are going to be some games. Pastor last year had a game, and we're going to add to it this year. Probably have a second game.
Okay.
They were so popular, the lines backed up at the game stations.
Absolutely. So, Glenn, how long have you been doing this, particularly, you in particular?
This is only my second year myself.
Why did you want to get involved in it?
Well, I work with outreach in a church, and one of the outreach things we can is get word out to as many people as we can that they're welcome, not only for this, but for our Sunday services and any. I'm planning some things later fall, early winter that we'd like some of the community to get more involved in too.
Absolutely, and it's good to have involvement that's not just in the summertime when people are active and so on and so forth. Sometimes we get a bit dormant in the winter, and that's where you come into play and say, hey, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the event in general, which is coming up this Saturday at St. John Lutheran Church on North Rowe there. What sort of activities, what sort of events, what are you looking for the public to do when they come to St. John's, if you don't mind?
Well, one of the things, we're going to have a photo booth where people can get their picture taken, and we're going to have games, we're going to have candy passed out, we're going to have some written material that we're going to pass out, and just kind of, in general, kind of expand on what happens downtown, and they stop by here and do our loop, and last year was just so fun. Kids had so much fun.
How many kids do you think you had last year? What's your thoughts on that?
Hundreds.
100? All right, yeah, and that's always fun. It is at St. John Lutheran Church, North Rowe Street. Other activities that you look forward to, including this one? What Pastor Dave, what's the year look like at St. John's Lutheran Church there?
We let's see. we have kind of an interesting project that we're really been working on, and that is actually an after-school program. So it would be for the youth, middle school and high school. So we're looking to maybe start that on Thursdays. And so that we've been putting a lot of planning into it, but we haven't gotten to a point where we have a start date yet, but we're pretty close. So that's pretty exciting. That'll be kind of an ongoing thing. So hopefully that takes off and does well. I guess around Christmas time, we do gather some. We have ongoing things, gathering food and things for kind of intake for the community to hand out. We do the community table, which is that community meal for everybody. We've been doing that quite often actually because we were just willing and able to do it a little bit more, so that's been working out really well.
And let's talk about that too, because I see the community table announcements pop up from time to time. Actually, as you mentioned, regularly. And Glenn, how important is that for the community? And tell others about that community table event that you put on.
Well, it's a meal for people, and I think that's part of our outreach program is to touch as many people as we can, and offering a meal to anybody in the community is one way of doing that.
And how has that gone? I mean, you've had...
It varies a lot of how many people come, like 30, 50.
That's a lot.
Yeah. In general, and they don't have it every week, but when they do have it, it usually brings in a pretty good crowd.
And is that members of the church that provide the food and such? How does that work?
And volunteers from the church come and help prepare the meal and serve the meal and clean up afterwards. So it's just another part of trying to get the community involved.
Pastor Dave, reasons for putting that on, not necessarily, it's not focused on necessarily the homeless or anything like that. It's just bringing people together, right?
Yeah. There's some people that just come to enjoy being with other people. Some people are, they look forward to seeing some friends that they have there. And there's, it's welcome to anybody. I've gone there many times because I'm like, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. A good home cooked meal isn't a bad thing at all. If you're just joining us, we're talking with Pastor Dave and as well Glenn from St. John Lutheran Church here in Ludington. The focus this morning is talking about obviously the pumpkins in the parking lot event that's taking place this Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. And it's kind of dovetails off of the downtown trick-or-treating that's taking place right there on Ludington Avenue, and people don't have to walk too far to the parking lot at St. John's Lutheran Church, and you're encouraging to do that to get some additional candy and treats.
And it's pretty easy to find too because we have the fire truck there with a ladder, and so it's really easy to spot.
Yeah,
but the kids always like that too.
For sure.
See the firefight, a couple of guys there, or however many can do it, and kids love that so much.
Yeah, it is a fun interactive to have. Last question before we wrap up: how important is it for you, from a pastor's standpoint, to have events and interaction with the community? Because sometimes we look at churches, from an outside perspective. If I don't go to this church or don't go to that church, as it's just a congregation, and you're just kind of doing your thing and having your own activities. How important is that outreach outside of the walls of the congregation?
I mean, it's very important, and I think it's always been very important. It's a legacy of St. John's to be in the community, and we're conveniently located. Like, we consider ourselves a part of the downtown, basically, because we're right there. But I don't. If we're not engaged in the community, I feel like we're not doing a mission. We're not doing the things we need to do, to reach out to people and to care for other people. It's like, if we say, hey, we follow Jesus, and then don't care about other people, obviously we're not doing what we need to do. And that's what Jesus calls us to do. That's what, being a disciple means caring about other people. And it's just so nice too. You get kind of like, it just kind of gets old a little bit when you're just in your little bubble. It's like there's no it doesn't feel like there's a lot of life sometimes when you're doing that. So it really adds so much life to the congregation, and I think this is our favorite event. And our other favorite event is our Easter egg hunt, which is a big one too. But it's by far the favorite events of the year. Yeah.
No, it's good. Glenn, I'll give you the last word here about the event coming up this Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. Again, St. John Lutheran Church. What's your message, Glenn, to invite the community? What would you say this morning to them?
I would just like to say that everybody's invited to come and have fun, and we'll have fun, and it'll be a good time.
Absolutely. All right, looking forward to it. Details on our Facebook pages at Hot Country Hits 99.9 and as well 102.7 WMOM, also on our YouTube channel. And I would assume if people want more information, you have it on your social media and your website there as well, too. Is that correct?
Yep. We have it on there, and we will probably be updating the Facebook this week. So,
all right.
Yep.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Pastor Dave, and as well, Glenn, thanks for coming in. We appreciate
you.
it. You got
Thanks.
it. It is now 8:31 here on 102.7 WMOM.